Hello, hello. I am doing good. Hang on, I've lost sound coming through somewhere. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, there you popped in. All right. Yay!
Welcome back.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. I it was a crazy week of flying with my new job but I'll tell you, we had a blast. So it was good to be back in the skies a little bit too.
Nice. That's fun.
Yeah. Happy
Awesome.
to be back, and I watched you on replay, so um, everything looked good. I would love the card, and I was giggling at the beginning because you were like trying to figure out. Now here I screwed up, and like this is a work in progress.
I knew that I had done something wrong, and I was just like, "What? What did I do? Oh, here we go. It worked. All right." Hold on. Let's see. We were getting some mixed comments about sound and no sound, but it sounds like the sound is okay.
Yeah, give us. I think they are on delay. So, uh, oh,
Yep.
you were muted at first, so I think we're good to go.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
And I got rid of the reverb. I figured out. I got my little AirPod in so I can hear everything, and it got rid of our sound issues. So I think we're both good.
Awesome.
We
Awesome.
we, we both sound low. Um,
Both
uh,
sound low. Okay.
well, I'll turn up my mic a little bit, but I'm not sure if that'll help or not. I'll
Hmm.
I'll talk louder too.
Yeah, yeah, I'll definitely be on the louder side as well to make sure that you can hear me, and hopefully you don't think I'm shouting at you. So
Right.
you or the people in the chat.
Exactly. I
Speaking of,
told you just right before we cut off to go live, I was telling you, I got a little overzealous on this. Okay, normally you never see my. Try to be organized because I get nervous and then I try to have things laid out in order. This is the
yep,
first time you should see the pile next to me. Like I just started whipping because I got a little overzealous on this project. And when I was doing the prep work, I was like, okay, I got to stop because this could be like a 2 hour live if I think if I do all of this. So I got a pile of stuff, so I have options. Um, this is my first time doing a mixed media board per se, and I'll be honest, I got the idea from Heather Collins, looking
mhm,
at all of her if you've never seen her office at Brutus Monroe, it is a collage of mixed media. Like it's packed to the hilt with mixed media. Um, so I got the idea, and when I moved, I found this pack of all the scraps, and these I do matting for pictures, and so these are all the middle cutouts of mat board,
okay,
and I almost threw them away, and then when I was packing to move, I was like, oh my god, these would be great like mixed media boards and things, so I kept them. So that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing tonight, anyway.
okay, awesome, awesome. Yeah, and I have a fun card, a little different, but a fun design. So I'm psyched about it. Before we head down, let's just say some hellos to Sandy and Francie and Bree, and to Deborah and Lee
Deborah.
and Amanda from Salem. Hello, Amanda. Nice to see you back again. We have our usual Francie and Brenda and Christy and Melissa. Hello, everyone.
Luann, I think hovers in the background. I've never seen her comment. Hello, Luann. Luann said hello. Luann is she's a faithful Brutus Monroe person. I met her at Spring Fling. So,
Oh,
welcome,
awesome. Yeah.
Luann. Glad you said hello tonight. So,
And Cordelia. We can't forget Cordelia.
and Cordelia, and hopefully Cordelia, I see you on Friday at this market I'm doing back in Atlanta. So, you better come see me. There you go.
Oh, fun. And our friend Jana just
Oh,
jumped in. Hello, Jana.
Jana. Well, welcome, you guys. Should we go down to the down camera and show them
Yeah,
what we're doing?
let's do it.
So, bundle tonight, everyone. There is no discount on this bundle because everything is so new. However, you will get 15% off of this bundle if you are a subscriber. So it's 47.94. personal opinion, I would pay $47.94 just for this pack of nymphs because this is the most amazing paper and cards ever. Um,
Yeah, they really are.
yeah, I just literally when I got these, I and normally this is something I wouldn't normally just purchase. Um, but oh my gosh. And then they also get, I think, the free Brutus Monroe detail palette knives with the purchase of
Mhm.
this one, which is perfect with all the mixed media we're doing. So
Yep.
yeah. Do you want to go through the product or do you want me to?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So tonight, as Shawn already said, we're going to be using those cards that he's sorting through. So if you look over at his screen, I mean, I just love these cards that they've started to do this year. They're amazing, and this set is no exception. Every single card is great in it. We're pairing it with the Coral Reefs paper collection, which is just gorgeous. I mean, there are so many underwater scenes. There's some that have like shipwrecks and staircases and columns. They're beautiful.
And
We're
double-sided, so there's lots of designs.
exactly, yep. We're also using the Ocean Life stencil. So incorporating that, there are my cards. This is not in the bundle, but I am using a sentiment from Super Sentimental. But again, that's not part of the bundle. But in the bundle is also the Pineapple Swirl Creative Confections and the Strawberry Swirl. And if you haven't seen them, Shawn's holding it up. There's the strawberry. You'll see a lot of the pineapple one with me tonight. They're really great. So that is our bundle for the evening. Shawn, do you have your card handy to show?
I do. So this is my mixed media board. And I did not do any cut. This is just the way it was cut out when I cut out my frame for a picture. So I just have layered all the goodies on it. So the paper, um, the confections, it's all been layered up on here with the nymph on front and a piece of burlap.
That's all. It's so pretty. It's very cool, and that would look great hanging anywhere.
Oh, I for sure. And
Really
again, like I just had to attempt some things I saw in Heather's office, and this is what I got. So
Oh, thank you, Sandy. Yeah, I loved that card that I posted on the for Brutus Monroe today. That was using one of the portrait cards, the creative cards, and it's awesome. So I made a really fun, I guess you could call this an interactive card almost, because what we have is this is kind of like a card holder, and I have the seahorse with the pineapple confection on the front of it, but then you pull from the top and you get your card out. And for the card, just have a beautiful underwater scene. I fussy cut a mermaid out of one of the cards and put on some coral and a fish. And you have a card that slides right into there. So, really fun project.
I'm
Okay.
gonna dive right in. I did a lot of prep work, but I'm gonna do as much as I can here on my prepped one before everything gets too messy and wet, and we'll switch over. Um,
Awesome.
so I did take this mat board. It looked like this to start, just white. And I have put black gesso on this. And if you never use gesso, it spreads really nice. It's like a thick paint almost, dries really quick. When I put this on, it was probably dry in less than 5 minutes. So I use that as my background. So everything pops. There's white gesso, there's clear, there's black. So first time using black just to get all these colors to pop. And then I'm just going to start kind of layering paper and stuff on top of this. So
Oh, Melissa, that's awful. So she's sad. She got them in the mail the other day, and the mailman put them in someone else's mailbox, and it sounds like they kept them and are using them. Sorry to hear that,
oh
Melissa.
jeez.
So I did a little prep work as well, in that I knew it would take a while for this Creative Confection to dry. So I stenciled my seahorse. On my card for the sample, I did it on blue. I decided this time to try it on watercolor paper, and it's fabulous. As you can see, that seahorse is so shiny and sparkly. So I'm just going to go ahead and start by fussy cutting out my seahorse.
So I've torn the paper, and anybody that does this stuff knows, but depending on which direction you tear the paper will give you the white or the not so white. So you can see this corner not so white. I tore it the wrong way, but um, I want the white because I'm going to ink blend some colors over the top of that just to give it a little bit of a different look. And then I'm gluing all this stuff down with a gel medium. Um, I need something strong to kind of bond and hold all this together. So
Oh, good to know, Penny. Hello, by the way. Hello, Penny. I didn't mean to leave you out. Penny's letting us know that the black and white gesso are in stock in the
oh,
store.
nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
I actually have to order some more of the watercolor paper because I used my last sheet and forgot to order some. So I'm not using the Brutus Monroe watercolor paper, but I just used what I had on hand.
Have you done any gesso stuff? I mean, you've done a lot of mixed media stuff I've seen. Do you do like the gel mediums and gessos on your
Yes.
stuff?
Yep, I do. I love
Okay.
playing with gesso. It's a great way to get like a base coat on and then be able to add um, so much on top of that.
Yeah, it's kind of it's both of these are kind of the gel medium even. They're fun little mediums just to play with,
Yeah.
outside of your normal glue.
Yep. Hello, Shirley. Nice to see you. Francie says she loves, loves, loves the torn look on your project.
Oh, thank y'all. Yeah, and if you guys haven't ever tried any of this, I encourage you just to dig. Like, I'll be honest, Heather had stuff on piece, and you've done this too. I know, Walter, because I've seen some of your pictures of like stuff on wood and just driftwood
Mm-hmm.
and different things. Um, the stuff will stick to it. So,
Yep. Yeah. And, I find really the best way to, like, I'm just somebody who likes to start creating and try something and see if it works.
mm-hmm.
So I'm often a trial and error type of crafter. Be adventurous is what I say.
Well, and I went back because I'd taken pictures of Heather's office when I was there because I was like, Can I take pictures? Because this is like just shy of like it was so cool. So I went back and like zoomed in on stuff just to see like, okay, if I collage it like this, if I take like that's I'd never done it, and I'm like, okay, I want to try this, but yeah, I
Yeah.
just good ideas from other people.
Yep.
All right, now I'm gonna dry this a little bit. This dries pretty quick, actually.
Hope that everyone is having a good week. Hard to believe that next week we're already going to be at the 4th of July. It seemed like we had just turned into we had just started June and now June is over.
This summer is it. I feel like this summer's just flying by already.
Yeah, it really is. So Sandy asked, is there a Brutus Monroe gel medium for adhering mixed media? Um, a gel. I'm
Penny can help us answer that one, because I did not have a Brutus Monroe one, so I am using a gel medium, but possibly if there's gesso, Penny, phone a friend on that one.
Sandy, if Brutus Monroe doesn't, which I don't know the answer to that, there, in addition to white gesso and black gesso, there is clear gesso as well. So I would suggest like if you're looking for like a clear medium, I would probably try like a clear gesso. Christy, I agree. I feel like we were just down the Cape too, and before you know it, we're going to be down there again.
Francie, I was applying a gel medium. It is not a Brutus Monroe one. So it's just a matte, clear, dry clear gel medium. So it's like a really nice bonding type of glue that you use and you can use it to glue on like gems and different things as well. So it's just a good bonding medium, and I used it to seal down all my ripped paper.
And Sandy, to also give you, again, these, I hate to bring up non-Brutus Monroe product, but there are a bunch of mediums out there for doing various things. And I only mention that because, like, if you're ever looking for something that will, there's like 3D gels that kind of help almost make it look like when you apply it with a paintbrush, that it makes it look like it's paint strokes, and so it almost looks like a painting. So there's mediums like that. There's tons of different things out there, and I've only found them by like seeing them on a website, reading about it, and then ordering it and trying it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the ones I got. I saw somebody else do it on a YouTube, and I was like, that's what I've been looking for. I'm going to order that one. So, Penny, yes, I agree, Penny. And I've asked Heather a couple times on some other stuff that I'm like, can we get some? Because I think we need some on some other products. She's like, Queen of Mixed Media of Staff, aka Heather. You would think that there would be some in stock, but I'm not seeing one in stock right now. So,
Okay.
we'll get on Heather to get some more mixed media stuff for us, if and at all possible.
Yeah. But the other thing too is that so many of us are connected on social media. So if you're looking to do something and you have a question, I don't want to speak for Shawn, although I can guess what the answer is going to be because we're both really, approachable. I would say, like, feel free to like shoot me a Facebook Messenger question or something like that. I'm always happy to see if I can help.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Or like, what did you guys use on that again? Or yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All right, where is I think I'm gonna go the pineapple swirl, but on the sample that I got half finished is the strawberry, just so you can see both. These are super chunky, by the way. So if you guys are looking at these confections in the pack, these pineapple swirl and strawberry, they're very, very chunky.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, the nice thing about that is that you don't need a ton. Like you take your palette knife and you just start spreading, and you're going to get, even if you don't get like, some of the bigger pieces, you're going to get lots of sparkle spread throughout. So the
Yep.
result will be really nice.
But just know that it's chunky enough that this might be one of those that kind of might be a little hard on a very detailed stencil kind of thing. Because it's pretty chunky.
Oh, Penny found one.
Oh.
Soft gloss gel transparent. Ooh. Oh, by Finnabear. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to I don't like to mention other names, but that particular I'm not going to say it out loud, but that particular company has a lot of the different mediums. And if you don't watch Finnabear, she's amazing. I would highly suggest, if you want to see some amazing mixed media, check out Finnabear's videos on YouTube. She just blows me away.
And I think that one looks like it's off of our Brutus Monroe website, Walter, in the address there.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Let's see. So I'm just taking just one fish I'm going to do on this sample because I think that's what I did on my other board. I just taking the fish with alabaster because I'm on black. And I'm trying to layer this the best I could with my different layers here. I'm taking a cotton ball and alabaster ink, white. And I'm just going to dab this till I got it as white as I possibly can get it. Okay, I'm going to dry that just a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to take two different colors to ombre color it. So I did the white so I get a nice white background that'll pop on my colors. And I'm still using the cotton ball to ombre this. So I'm just using a pink and a blue. For just a nice little ombre little angelfish up in the corner.
Nice.
Good old cotton balls. All right, now let's just get one over here. You've got, what was there, three? Yeah, three different seaweeds on your stencil. And then I just ran the three different ones across the bottom. Obviously, you've got to do portions of this, let it dry to come back because of your stencil. So I'm going to do just one here in these two here in the corner. And I just used some glazes. So I just used what I had. So use what you have too, because we don't have any glazes in this package. I used basil, lime, and green.
Oh, okay.
Across the bottom.
Folks are loving what you're doing, Shawn.
Oh, thank you.
Getting a lot of compliments.
This one was fun. I am so glad I didn't throw these boards because I've been a little zealous since card making of all the mixed media people do and not understanding it. So now that I kind of get it, it makes it more fun.
Yeah. Okay, so I fussy cut out my mermaid from the card. And the reason why I did that is because the paper I'm using has these steps that are like down on the bottom of the ocean, along with some rock and tiles. And I'm going to use some foam tape to have her perched on those steps sitting down there. I just think it's a fun way to take, a little bit from one product, use the paper, and go ahead and combine them and come up with something completely different. So that will be that. Now what I'm going to do is I started to get my envelope part of this card ready, and it's really easy. all I did was on a piece of 8.5 by 11, the what is the dark paper? Midnight. I went ahead and so I wanted to have that closed to be about halfway. I decided this time to leave a little space there. I'm going to cut each of these at a diagonal so that those kind of will look more like this. And I just score to make some room. 1/16 to make sure that, or 1/8, I should say, to make sure that it's there's room for it when holding the card, since the card has a little bit of thickness to it. So I'm going to use my trimmer to do that cut first.
So I'm just showing this in wet form. So I got this far. I'd probably do one more seaweed over here once this dries and I can lay my stencil down. So this all needs to dry. This was the pineapple swirl, my two chromas, and then my uh, alabaster with ink blended over the top. I used the bubble wrap in alabaster just to give me some ocean bubbles in there. So then when that dries, you get this. And you've got my three seaweeds across here. They dried a little clear, so if you get up close, you can see my three seaweeds across. And now I'll just start layering everything else on top of that. And I pre-cut out with a die cut that I have. It's like a little frame die cut. And then I sprayed this to give it a nice shimmery, watery, greeny seaweed. So I'll spray that now. I got the bumblebee yellow, my noble fir, and then I put ornamental gold over the top of that. So we'll spray that. And this is just if I'm just doing a little piece like this, I don't necessarily, lack of a better term, waste watercolor paper for it. So I'm just using regular cardstock. But what I do is I have a light misting bottle, and I'll lightly mist it with water and then spray. So it just moves a little bit at least. And then I give it a good, pretty hefty coating of my ornamental gold over the top, just to get good shine off of that and sparkle the. Bring a little more green into that, I think.
I'm just using a baby wipe to pick up some alabaster ink and tap it onto the navy cardstock to kind of give it kind of like an ocean wave type of little bit of pattern, which is why I'm going in the same direction up and down, just to make sure that then when it's dried, it just has like that water type of look to it.
I missed it. Is that the outside or inside of the card?
I'm doing it to both. So right now it's the outside.
Okay.
And then I'm going to turn it over and do the inside and then let that dry. Oh, thanks, Christy. Yeah, that's exactly. It's like a paper doll. Yep. Yes, I'm up to stealing baby wipes again. And you could totally skip this step, but I just think I like the effect that it has, and the way that it just kind of it's to me it's a very nautical type of application.
Are you pulling that back off with the baby wipe, or you're applying it with the baby wipe?
I'm pulling it up off the glass mat and then tapping it down. So
Oh,
I'm
got it.
pulling
Okay,
it and tapping. Yep.
got it. I didn't know if you were pulling that off, the ghosting or whatever they call it, where you pull that back off. So I gotcha. Okay,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nope. I'm just tapping it.
gotcha.
Oh, thanks, Francie. Yeah, it's fun. Something different. I like it because it's not just plain blue. Then it has a little bit of character, and I think it looks pretty. Gonna do just a touch more. There we go. That is pretty damp since I used the baby wipe, so I'm just gonna let that dry and move on to doing some other stenciling. Oh, thanks, Bryn. I haven't shared those yet because it's for an upcoming post for Perfect Paints. But yeah, they were a lot of fun to make. So that's something I'll be sharing probably within the next couple of weeks.
Did you do some collage kind of stuff, or what'd you do?
So my nephew and his girlfriend are expecting. And so for the baby's nursery, I used some mini canvases that are about 3x5. And I used a wood applicator. So like it's like a comb that has teeth that make like a wood grain design. And some grit paste and layered that on and made it look like wood and then painted it. And then I molded some really cute little animals and some windows and doors and made like 3 different woodland animal scenes to put on display in the nursery.
Cute.
Yeah, it was fun. Okay.
All right.
Just gonna put a little bit of coral over here with the strawberry to use that.
All right, so then that was the die cut piece out for the mat. I took one of these sea nymphs, cut it out with same frame but just smaller to layer these two for my photo. Flatten that up. Now I have a huge roll of burlap. Okay, just got at the traditional craft store. Cut just a chunk out of it. Then I took the edges and I just pulled at the edges a little bit to fray this out. So I just have loose pieces, and I didn't want this perfect cut. And then if you use your chroma mists to color this, so you can use those mists to color different mediums and textures. So now I just took this on the prepped one I have. I used pink. I'm gonna actually use my darkest green I have, which I think is that noble fur. Where'd she go? And you gotta saturate it pretty good because the burlap is very porous, so you gotta saturate it pretty hefty to get that color to kind of pop through once it soaks up. Oh, the green makes it look all mossy. It's kind of like all the frays. It looks like moss starting to grow on it. That looks cool.
Very cool. I'm just doing a little bit of stenciling, I added in a little bit of coral, adding in a little fish, and then I'll get those dry, and that will be the end of my stenciling for tonight.
Yeah. Darken that up a little more, I think, actually.
Francie's loving your brick again, Shawn. She said brick sighting, everybody drink.
Yes, right? You know, when I picked it up, I thought for sure Cordelia was going to say something about the brick.
Oh, let's
Hey, it flattens things really good. It works.
Hey, that's all that matters.
It's a good thing when I moved, it's a good thing I didn't have to pay by weight because some of this, like, shipped by brick and.
Okay. I have to do a little drying myself, so put a magnet there. Move him out of the way so he doesn't blow away. Put that up there.
All right, let me grab my stencil. I'm going to zoom back out just a little bit here. So I left my. I'm going to move the brick. I left, so I'll do it again here. I know I showed it on the other one. So my fish here on this one, I left white. So I'll do that one again. And then I've got the starfish in the corner from the stencil. So I'll do those two with ink before I start assembling and showing you some of the other things that I just had pre-made, pre-cut out kind of thing as options from the nymph paper and things. So, all right, let's grab my cotton ball here. I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna do the blue and the dark blue on this fish, I think. All right, so this one's completely dry. So layer that back over your fish. And the key to this, especially with just black gesso, you've got to remember when black soaks up color. And so you're gonna have to, if you're gonna do something with color, the reason this stuff sticks out so much is most of this is over the paper. You can see I had layered this pretty hefty on the glitter because of the black. So I wanted this to be pink from the strawberry swirl. So I put it on very thick. And I actually had to let this dry for pretty much a day and a half, 2 days before I could go back and touch it and stuff because it was so thick on there. But if you're going to do something like this, just make sure that you get your white down over that black gesso so it pops for you. Cordelia, I should have kept, there was so much stone they threw away. I should have kept a whole bunch. I probably could have engraved them and and sold them. But if I had kept some, I would have gave you an extra one. She's been eyeing up this brick for a while. All right, there's my tone on tone blue fish. I just love this technique. All right, I'll go back in the corner here now and do my starfish. And there's 2 starfish on here. Now if I can just remember which one I did. Is it this one? Oh, it was. All right. Spot on. Let's do I wonder if I should just do a This one. I'm gonna do this aqua green for that starfish. Hindsight 2020. I know. All right, so you can kind of see with that white how that helps that color just pop off with all that dark background.
Mm.
All right, let's see. Okay, here's the one I made this evening. The one I had pre-made, where'd she go? I did more aqua with this. I wanted it to match her scales and stuff over here. This one I wanted this to be a little bit more greeny for tech. But again, this was just colored with chroma mist, and I matched it to this. Okay, same here. I'm just kind of matchy there. So that's going to go there. I did pre-make some. Oh, actually, that one's not too bad either. I pre-made some for options. Let's see. No, I like the frame of this one. It didn't happen the first time. There must be something in this burlap because it's like shrinky dinks. It kind of shrunk on me.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, it got really tiny.
Oh,
I'm just gonna spread
huh.
it out and just. It didn't do it the last time. I must have been too close, but it was like starting to shrink like those shrinky dinks.
Yep. I was recently playing with that shrink plastic for another project.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. Yep. Funny that you mention it.
That stuff is crazy how that stuff comes back, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yep.
I'm using the gel medium on this again because it just has a good bond to it. So rather than try to squeeze out a whole bunch of glue.
Okay, I need to score one more line here because I want to have a little lip that comes up at the bottom to make sure that the card doesn't fall through. So I'm just going to go ahead and score that now. Oh, paper was not fully aligned. Let's do that again.
All right, see if I can dry this.
You know what? I'm going to go up here to make it easier. Give yourself enough room. There we go. Turquoise matte really pulls out that color. Yeah. Isn't that pretty?
I almost need a bucket of soap and water right here just for my little fingertips. This one's making. I'm getting all messy tonight. It's like I need a little like wash basin close by. Trying to like spray alcohol to get it off. I'm sticking to everything.
That's where baby wipes come in handy.
Yeah, right. Actually, hang on. I think I do have a pack of them sitting here. Where are they? Oh, I
Yeah.
do. Yeah. Good call.
Oh, Deborah, I know. So I at first was thinking I was just going to go like, with that very first, but that, I just went up a line and now all I have to do is just trim off the little bit of excess that's there. And I am all set. There we go. But what's nice about having that lip down there is when, these are closed and I slide my card in, it's going to catch so that it won't go any further. So definitely helpful. Hi, Kate. I don't know if I said hello or saw you come in, so I'll say hello now. How are you?
Hello, hello. Finger pull for crafting. Yeah, you know what would work is those little mannequin things, or not mannequin, manicure, like a manicure bowl to dip your little
Oh,
sticky,
yeah.
sticky fingers in the soapy water.
Yep.
The baby wipes worked though. I grabbed a couple of those out of my drawer. Those worked actually pretty good.
Yeah. They're handy to have. I use them more for like applying things than I do for cleaning, but
Right?
they're helpful. And all I'm doing is just lining up. I want him to go right there, and that's going to that blue strip that I have him on is going to act as the closure to keep those two sides keep those closed, forming the front of that. I don't know if you want to call it a pouch or an envelope. Truth be told, I had never made a card like this before, and I was just trying to think of something different. And I said, "Hey, I'm going to try that." And I'll just put a little down here.
Ah, there we go.
Thanks, Francie.
All
Just
right.
trying to think of something different. I wasn't as creative as Shawn.
Well, this was just Heather inspired.
That's hey. You know what it is? Like I do tend to do more cards for Brutus Monroe than I do other things. I did a couple of different projects last year for when we had some craftathons um, that were a lot of fun. The wooden, like some wooden boxes. I made a pirate box for my little friend Jackson that I used the pirate stamps on the top of the wood and colored it in and sealed it, and that was a lot of
Oh
fun.
yeah. Yeah. I love that. That seahorse is just a poppin'. I love that.
Oh, the seahorse. Yeah.
Yours,
Yeah.
on yours.
Oh, on mine. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
on yours.
Yeah. Yeah, nice way to kind of that the color first of all, like that all the sparkle from that confection is amazing.
Right.
But yeah, what I like is that even if you take the card when you take the card out, there's still something there.
Yep. Yep. I am done. I don't know how much you've got left, so I can just show mine and just show these other little thingies. Um,
There's my mermaid. Yeah, I'm close to done actually.
okay.
Need to pop my mermaid on and then just get my sentiment on here.
So I just took at the end, I took some distressed crayons and just smeared some over. I wanted a little extra color over some of this black that I had showing. So I just smeared some distressed crayon stuff over the top of that. I had an extra layer of burlap pink as backup. I actually decided to put it on because I wanted some more texture, and my my green burlap played shrinky dinks on me, so I added some more. So, but you can see just all that texture popping up around that one. And then this was the original one. So just color scheme these out and have fun with them. Now I did grab this because I had done a live with our favorite person across the pond, Mr. Gaz. Um, and him and I did canvas for the first time. So I found these hard board canvases. Um, these were already pre-gessoed white. Um, so if you don't have stuff like this, like these are all the middle cutouts from me doing frames. So this is actually matte board, true framing matte board that I put this on. You can see the different colors. Like this one's actually a velvet, which that would be kind of fun. Not to that would be
Ooh,
fun to put something on.
yeah.
I just noticed that. Yellow one. Then there's this one would be probably cool just to leave. It's got some gold in it. But if you don't have this stuff, matte board or excuse me, there's hard canvas. I didn't use this hard canvas for the live with Gaz. I actually use a framed canvas, like I wrapped around a. Did I bring that with me? I did not. Oh, bummer. It's up on my pages, but anyway, it's a long, slender one that's wrapped around a frame. So I used the actual canvas. So have fun, or go get driftwood. That's what the one I saw Heather's had. In her office was driftwood. So
Yeah. That would
just
be fun.
have fun with them.
Let's see. I just need to pick out a sentiment here. And, honestly, you don't have to put a sentiment on here. You could just use the inside of the actual card. But I like to have a little something like with the water. And that's, in my opinion, a perfect place to use some alabaster white ink to really make it look like you have a word being spelled out, like with a little bit of water current or something. So I'm going to use the word love with a little heart because that would be a nice little pick, like thinking of you card or nice little inspirational card to give to someone. Just a simple message of love.
We're all trying to figure out Brenda's comment up a little ways. It's a pooping seahorse. So we're trying to
What?
figure out. I don't know who she's. Mine or yours. I'm not sure what she. I don't know.
Brenda, did you mean poppin'? I hope.
Francie's like, what?
Oh, leave it to my sister.
I peeked at it's like peeking at a diaper. I peeked underneath. I'm like, no, mine's not like it's not gooing all.
Okay, so she meant to say poppin', but she typed poopin'.
Pooping.
All right.
Oh, we gotta love autocorrect.
And with the alabaster, I find that if you stamp it twice, that's pretty good. Yeah, actually, I might do one more time just to get that edge over here at the beginning. That's not coming through as... No, I know, Brenda. I know. All right. Bye, Christy. There we go. Okay, so I can clean that up as soon as we hang up. Let me move it to the side. And so we have the card. We have the holder. That's just going to slide right in there at the top. It's going to rest in place. We have a nice little seahorse right here on the front. Go ahead and grab your card.
Oh, dang, that's so cool. That's so cool.
A little stenciled coral. You have your mermaid sitting there and plenty of room to write something nice on the inside.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I love that holder.
Yeah, something fun. I mean, obviously you couldn't mail it like this, but if were giving it to someone in with a gift, you could just put it right in the gift bag. You don't even need an
Yeah.
envelope.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yay! All right, I'll head back up to my face cam. I tried to hopefully it
Okay.
didn't shut off on me here. Oh, good. We're still going.
There we are.
This one was fun. These nymphs are. There's just so many things you could do with these nymphs. Like they're so cool. They're so pretty.
Yep. And now I'm excited because in a comment, Christopher had said in one of his lives last week, I believe it was, that he just finished working on designing some for Halloween and Christmas. So I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Okay.
excited to know that those are coming.
We're gonna have to save a couple of these boards for Christmas.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you have them. I'm sure you can find them at any store, but locally here in the Northeast, we have this. It's kind of like a Dollar Tree store almost, called Ocean State Job Lot, and you can get the packs of those canvas boards. So it's not like the actual framed canvas. It's just a canvas that's on a flat wooden board and stapled in the back. And you can get a package of those for $5, $7. So
nice.
I use a lot of those as well.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. We have dollar stores, Dollar Generals. We don't have that store here, but I can guarantee I can probably find something similar.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, this was so much fun. I got product all over the place, but this one was fun. So
yeah. And next week we're going to be taking a dive into the ocean one last time. So a sign of things to come.
Yep. One more, and I think we may or may not have some Christmas in July coming. So yeah, I'm excited. July will be fun.
July will be fun. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you everyone so much. We appreciate you guys, Deborah, Francie, Sandy, Luann, if you're still on, all you guys, we just appreciate you guys hanging with us. We just have so much fun with you guys. So appreciate it.
Absolutely. And thank you to Penny for helping us out and posting links and finding everything for us.
Yes, for sure. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening, and we will see you same time, same place next Wednesday. All right. Bye-bye.
Indeed. Good night.